in the annals of the Chinese War of Resistance against Japanese aggression. The brutality of Hanyang's defense is extraordinary. Casualty figures on both sides are staggering, although the National Army has only 17,000 people. But it severely damaged more than 110,000 of the Japanese troops. Our defenders sacrificed more than 16,000 men. Only 1,200 people remain, and the Japanese lost more than 70,000. 48,000 of them died. The battle shook Japanese politics at the time, directly led to the resignation of the prime minister. Today we revisit this history, travel through time and space, and return to the Hanyang defense battle. From the spring of 1943, the Japanese army retreated one after another in the Pacific battlefield. Ships at sea are not immune. Even once, U.S. bombers attacked Hsinchu Naval Airfield. Let the Japanese military stand. The Japanese army is well aware of. The U.S. Eagle Claw has reached the Japanese island country. Therefore, Shachanhara, the army general, implored the emperor, "Propose, we must destroy the American air power in southern China. Prevent it from threatening the Japanese mainland." Immediately, the emperor summoned a high-level meeting. Comply with the resolution. The Japanese invading China quickly concocted the battle route. Set the one battle plan. Intent to occupy Guilin together. U.S. military bases in Liuzhou and other places. At the same time, ensure the smooth flow of mainland transportation routes. Do your best. Eradicate the Chinese resistance in the main theater. The Japanese army's ambitions were not limited to this. They're in Battle Plan 1. Haoeng put in 510,000 soldiers, 1,500 cannons, and 800 tanks. It's about breaking the land, directly to the target. May 27, 1944. The timeline is up to this day. The Japanese 11th Army, under the leadership of Commander Yokoyama, began an attempt to invade the great southwest of China. Hengshan Yongzhang, as the head of the army, received a direct battle to the Hunan stage. Command. The key to victory in Hunan is undoubtedly Hanyang. He came up with a what? Attempt to capture the city. But this is just the beginning. Changsha is his first target. So he led 8 divisions and over 200,000 troops, including 4 independent brigades. The Japanese launched a rampant attack on Hunan. The opposing commander of the National Army, Zhu Yu, previously, by virtue of the Tianlu combat method, successive victories in the Battle of Changsha, continuously depletes enemy morale and strength. His strategy lies in ambush and flanking, until the Japanese were lured into the ambush area. Take Hengshan in one fell swoop. The opponent knows he has been dedicated to studying Zhu Yu's art of war. Not only sand table deduction, also delves into Zhu Yu's conducting style and tactical habits. Hengshan cleverly divides troops, maintained a coherent offensive. They also arranged elite soldiers for the possible ambush. His plan left Changsha vulnerable. Fail quickly. Straight ahead. This news. Let the national leader Chiang Kai-shek be angry. Because the 4th Army defending the city withdrew without permission. That's why Changsha fell into enemy hands so quickly. General Zhang Guini, under the orders of Chiang Kai-shek, was sent to the court of military trial. Chiang Kai-shek then issued, "We must adhere to Hanyang's orders." To General Zhu Yu, "But do you know why Hanyang is so crucial?" After the Japanese launched Operation Plan No. 1, Jiang Dingwen and Tang Yinbo in the North Battlefield are losing ground. Domestic public opinion is also surging. This is a serious blow to the taste of Commander-in-Chief Chiang. Urgent need for a beautiful ceremonial display on the battlefield. Secure your position. Then Chiang Kai-shek planned a counterattack, and Hanyang is the key. At this time, only 17,000 soldiers remained of the 10th Army stationed in Hanyang. They just finished the Battle of Changde. The original establishment of the 3rd Division and 9th Regiment is now very few. Chiang Kai-shek knew the situation of the 10th Army. Disorganized staffing. 5x shortage. He gave orders to General Fang Xianyu. Desired to stay in Hanyang for 10 days to 2 weeks. Attract the Japanese army to cooperate with the surrounding troops. Destroy the Japanese and Hanyang in one fell swoop. Then the Japanese army under the command of Hengshan Yongzhang rushed to Hanyang. This disparity in power. It goes to war without a word. June 22nd, 1944. A large number of Japanese bases dropped bombs and incendiary bombs on Hanyang. Fire on both sides of the Xiangjiang River. 60th Division, North-South battle. 116th Division, West-East attack. The 2 divisions were praised by the Japanese as the most elite. We're going to see how Weibo's National Army defends Hanyang. By June 28th, the 3 Japanese troops tightly surrounded Hanyang, strive to end the battle within 3 days. But soon, Hengshan found that the battle situation was far unexpected. On the morning of June 30th, the platoon guns of our National Army suddenly arrived. A cannonball directly smashed into the front line of the Japanese army. This sudden blow. The commander of the Japanese 68th Division, who was originally at ease, and his chief of staff. Instantaneous face change. Japanese morale plummeted. The situation is urgent. Hengshan quickly assigned the 3rd man. Take over as the head of the 68th Division. Push him forward. The other side. The 133rd Company of the 116th Division, the sharpest in the Japanese army, planned to be later. Pouncing towards the hinterland of Zhangjiashan, and our General Fang Xianyu was in the pre-war layout, it has been accurately predicted that the Japanese will come here. Therefore, our defense in Zhangjiashan is unambiguous. The main force squeezed in. All assistants understand here. If Zhangjiashan loses the chain, Hanyang City has completely failed. Japanese bones are hard. Determined to take Zhangjiashan. Half of the Battle of Hanyang was won. So, they put all their elite soldiers here. Zhangjiashan was also at the Battle of Hanyang. Became the focus of the most intense firefight. When the calendar turns to the early morning of July 1st, the war resumes. Japanese infantry guns made people in the dormitory jump. Then came the overwhelming attack. I didn't expect the Japanese to charge step by step. A bunch of obstacles first. After surviving this thing, there's a cliff in front of it. The ditch is overwhelmed. The soldiers of the National Army seem to be playing mahjong, throwing grenades down one by one. Give the Japanese a deep ditch to bomb. Suddenly, the bottom became a big pit for the Japanese army. The first charge of Company 133 was sent back to the production line. Like many of the remaining Japanese offensives, the embattled National Army fought back one by one. Before the Battle of Hanyang started, General Fang Xianyu of the 10th Army has led the way to build a solid line of defense. A tight net of machine gun fire, camouflage with wood, hidden minefield below. This is the first step in the defensive knowledge. This is followed by a howling ditch that extends 2 meters full of water. Inside, there are bamboo nails standing in unison. There is also a line of defense with machine gun bunkers on one side. And finally, the cliff closes. Soldiers throw grenades directly at the point squad. Let the attacking Japanese suffer enough. July 2nd night, the Japanese had no martial arts ethics this time. Our brothers in Zhangjiashan all took refuge in the cave. Defenseless. General Fang Xianyu quickly contacted the head of Zhangjiashan. There's no life on the phone. He immediately sent the soldiers to check it out. Take a look at the scene. Almost all the defenders fell. Some died. The Japanese army took this opportunity to attack the mountain. The defense received news of the fall of Zhangjiashan. The 2 closest ones couldn't stop the lightning, depart immediately and advance into Zhangjiashan, launch a night attack on the Japanese. At the same time, artillery in the distance blocked with heavy artillery fire. Enemy reinforcements finally won Zhangjiashan after 40 minutes of challenge. Caused heavy casualties to the Japanese army. The 30th Regiment of the National Army was devastated. The loss is as high as 70% or more, but tenaciously defended the position. With this tragic war, Chongqing instigated a signature to pay tribute to the defenders of Hanyang. Collected support signatures from 200,000 people. Airdrop supplies and love are full. Over Hanyang, the Japanese invaders suffered heavy losses in the soldier, and our guards suffered heavy casualties. Despite this, the National Army is still holding on. No regrets. The second general attack of the Japanese army. Hold Hanyang. How should we fight? The story of the Hanyang defense battle is over here.